Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into this Pandas cheat sheet.
Your secret weapon for unlocking Python's data analysis.
Powerhouse, yeah.
Even if you're not a coder understanding, Pandas gives you an edge.
It really does.
It's like getting a backstage pass to how data shapes our world.
Absolutely. And we're talking about going from mountains of raw data to those aha insights everyone's after.
Right.
And this cheat sheet breaks it down into 5 digestible chunks.
Yeah.
Importing and exporting, exploring your data, manipulating it, tackling time series, and even working with Excel.
It's a roadmap, not just for what Pandas can do, but for how you can apply it.
That's right.
Whether you're cleaning up messy data or uncovering hidden trends.
Okay, so let's jump right into the first section.
Yeah.
Importing and exporting files.
Okay.
I'm seeing this line of code, dfs.rsp.rid.excel, titanic.xlsx, sheet name survivals. Even I can tell that's pulling data from the Titanic Excel file.
Yeah.
But what's so special about doing it in Pandas?
It's about Pandas' versatility. That one line works with Excel, CSV files, even the high-tech Parquet format.
Wow.
Pandas doesn't discriminate. It welcomes data from anywhere.
So it's like having a universal data key.
Yes.
That's way better than digging through menus and hoping for the best.
Exactly.
But it's not just about bringing data in, because Pandas can export it too, right?
Exactly. Once you've worked your magic, you can send that polished data back out to whatever platform you need.
Okay.
This kind of flexibility is essential in today's data-driven world.
Okay. That's step 1 handled. We've got the data flowing. Section 2 is exploratory data analysis.
Okay.
But can I just call it data detective work?
I like it. This section is all about getting to know your data before you dive into the deep end.
Okay.
It's about understanding its quirks, its patterns, and its potential.
So what kind of tools does Pandas give us for this detective work? I'm seeing commands like df.head.
That one's your sneak peek.
Right.
It shows you the first few rows of your data. It's like skimming the first page of a book to see if it grabs you.
Okay.
Then you've got df.tail for the last few rows and df.describe to generate descriptive statistics.
Descriptive statistics, that rings a bell from college.
Right.
But I'm guessing Pandas does it all much faster than we ever could by hand.
Exactly.
Wow.
I don't know the average age of those Titanic passengers. One line of code in Pandas, and you've got it.
That's impressive. And this cheat sheet even mentions visualizing the data.
Yes.
Histograms, box plots, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But before we get lost in a sea of charts and graphs, let's talk about how we can actually shape the data itself.
Okay.
This next section, data manipulation, sounds like where things get really powerful.
It is. This is where you go from simply understanding your data to molding it into a form that's truly insightful. And one of the coolest tools in Pandas' manipulation arsenal is the ability to create categorical variables.
Okay, that sounds useful, but I need a real-world example.
Okay.
What does categorical variables even mean in practice?
Imagine you're analyzing customer data for a clothing company.
Okay.
Instead of just looking at raw ages, you could use Pandas to categorize them into groups.
Right.
Like 1824, 2534, 3544, and so on.
Ah, I see. So it's like creating those marketing demographics you always hear about?
Exactly.
But wouldn't that take ages to do manually?
Not with Pandas. This cheat sheet shows how to do it with just a couple of lines of code.
Really?
Using something called bins.
Bins. Is that where we toss the data we don't like? Kidding. But seriously, what are bins in this context?
Think of bins as containers for your data. You define the edges of each container, say 18 and 24 for the first one, then 25 and 34 for the next.
Okay.
And Pandas sorts your data accordingly.
That's way more efficient than me trying to wrangle a spreadsheet into submission.
Right.
And once you've got these categories, the analysis possibilities really open up, right?
Exactly. You could see which age groups are buying which products, identify your target market, and even personalize marketing campaigns.
So it's not just about organizing data, it's about making it actionable.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this cheat sheet is already blowing my mind, but we've got more ground to cover.
Yeah.
What's next?
Let's talk about time series.
Okay.
Because understanding data that evolves over time is a superpower in itself.
Because time waits for no one, not even data analysts, right? But what makes time series data unique? Isn't all data, in a way, a snapshot in time?
You're right. But time series data is all about the sequence of events.
Okay.
Think about stock prices fluctuating throughout the day.
Okay.
Or your heart rate changing during a workout.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So how does Pandas handle this kind of chronological data?
This cheat sheet gives us a glimpse.
Okay.
It shows how to convert dates and times into a format. Pandas understands how to isolate specific days, months, or years.
Yeah.
Even how to make time the backbone of your analysis.
So you could track sales data leading up to a product launch or analyze website traffic patterns throughout the year.
Exactly. Pandas makes it ridiculously easy to slice and dice time-based data, revealing trends and patterns that would be impossible to spot otherwise.
Wow.
And speaking of easy, this cheat sheet reminds us that Pandas plays surprisingly well with everyone's favorite spreadsheet software.
Wait, we're going back to Excel?
Yeah.
I thought we were leaving those spreadsheets in the dust.
Not at all. This is about leveraging the strengths of both worlds.
Okay.
The cheat sheet highlights how to use Pandas with Excel Writer,
Okay.
a tool that lets you automate the creation of sophisticated Excel reports.
Hold on. Automate is my love language. What kind of automation are we talking about here?
Imagine generating detailed reports with beautifully formatted tables, charts, even images.
Oh, wow.
All with a few lines of Python code powered by the data wrangling you did in Pandas.
So it's like having a personal assistant who speaks both Python and Excel. My inner data nerd is doing a victory dance right now. This is next level stuff.
Yeah.
We've gone from importing data to generating automated reports, all thanks to Pandas and this awesome cheat sheet.
It is pretty amazing.
But before we unleash our newfound data powers on the world, I have to ask, is this all there is to Pandas?
Well, this cheat sheet is a fantastic launchpad, but Pandas is like an endless playground of data manipulation.
Really?
We've only just scratched the surface of what it can do.
So there's even more to uncover. What would you say is the best way to go from cheat sheet newbie to Pandas Pro?
I would say jump right in.
Okay.
Find a data set that piques your interest.
Okay.
There are tons of free ones online.
Right.
And start experimenting with everything we've talked about today.
Okay.
Try recreating the examples from the cheat sheet, then see what happens when you tweak the code or try something new.
It's like that saying, the best way to learn is by doing.
Exactly.
And the more we do with Pandas, the more fluent we become in the language of data.
I like that.
And the more we do with Pandas, the more fluent we become in the language of data.
Yeah.
Well said. So to all our deep divers out there, we've journeyed through the wilds of data with Pandas as our guide, using this handy cheat sheet as our map.
It's been quite a journey.
We've conquered importing and exporting, explored the